I did not realise how short Ben Hogan used to hit the golf ball. He hit his 4 at 165 yards in the air. That's nowhere, is what people would say if you didn't take into account the fact these are 1945 yardages and equipment was very different. So how far would Ben Hogan hit the golf ball in the modern era? We can work it out. Mr. Short Game Golf did a great video on this where he tested a modern golf ball that he carried 167 yards, and then with a similar strike, an old style golf ball that only carried 123. So that is a 44-yard gap difference, meaning Ben Hogan's 7-iron, instead of 135, would actually be at 178, 179. But then what you've got to remember is his old 7-iron was around 45 degrees, which is more loft than most people's modern pitching wedges. Modern blade 7-irons are much closer to 30, 35 degrees. So let's go with 35 degrees, which is Ben Hogan's 5-iron. Suddenly, you take his 5-iron, which is a modern 7-iron loft, and you get the modern golf ball, and he was carrying 198 yards. Now, I looked through to find any modern players that hit their 7-iron 198 yards. Christo Lamprecht was close, and Rory was the closest at 195 yards. I did consider Bryson, but his lofts are just too jacked up. Therefore, it's safe to assume that if they had similar club speed with 7-iron, it would have been similar with driver, and Hogan would probably be close to Rory at 323 yards off the tee, which would put him right at the top of the tour even now.